Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to be doing a Not Too Shabby design team project. There is a coupon code Mary10 for 10% off your order if you are shopping over at the shop. Don't forget to use that. So we're going to be doing this really fun, simple card. So I had made this card with my daughter in mind because those are her favorite colors. And I'm pulling out this Not Too Shabby set from the new release. These ones sort of coordinate with each other. And so first I stamped out everything just because I wanted to give my daughter and my son something to color. And then I'm just going to focus on my one merry-go-round. This is going to be my focal point for the whole card. And I love the size of the image. I think it's really great and it's really fun to color. So I am pulling out some alcohol markers here. These are the Ohuhu brand. And I believe my review of these will be after this video is posted. So stay tuned for that. But basically, they're a very inexpensive option for alcohol markers over on Amazon. And yeah, so I'm using those, having a good time with those. You'll see how the coloring comes out. But I am, like I said, using some very girly colors because my daughter's favorite colors, her favorite color combination is purple, pink, and teal. And so I tried to hit that home today. Right? And then I left the card for her in the morning. She's been doing a phenomenal job with her grades. In fact, last quarter, she got 3 B's and A's. And then this quarter, she got 1 B and A's. So she is just excited, and we're excited for her. She also won the Principal's Writing Award. And I read something she wrote. She actually talked about our trip that I took her to New York City by the train. So it was just me and her. And we took the train from D.C. to New York and the Amtrak. We got off in New York, we had lunch, we went shopping. It was a rainy day, which kind of stunk, but it really didn't dampen our moods. So that was awesome. But then we went to Wicked, the musical Wicked. And if you've followed me on this channel, you know that I am obsessed with that musical. That was my 5th time going. Yes. I save all my pennies for the Wicked show, but it was incredible. Like it always is. I mean, that's just like an understatement. Highly recommended musical. So anyway, we did that. Anyway, she journaled it and wrote something for class, and I read it and I was taken aback. Like this was so well written. I was telling her about it. I said, you use such descriptive words. And then she used the actual terminology for that, which escapes me now. But I was like, wow, this might be a thing for you. Maybe we'll encourage that part of you. My sister is actually a published author. So yes, she is. And she's been writing, I want to say for almost 3 years now. And she is very successful. Like when you find your niche, go for it. Because it's amazing to watch. And she's growing and she's doing really well. And of course, I have to give a plug for her because she's my sister. And her pen name is S. Nelson. And she writes adult, kind of a little bit of on the darker side of romance. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're into books, check her out. She's doing pretty good. So, yeah, anyway, that might be running in the family. Maybe 80 is going to be an author. So, all right, back to the coloring here. I'm really not doing anything spectacular. This is alcohol. I am finding that alcohol markers pretty much all do the same thing. It's the barrel in which it delivers the ink to your paper. So if you have a brush nib, that's going to give you, like the Copics, it's going to give you a different effect. Whereas these inexpensive ones have the bullet nib, and those are definitely different to work with. I found that large images, large surfaces are difficult to color with the bullet nib, so I just turn it around and use the chisel. And I can't believe I've been neglecting the chisel side of all of my markers for years, because that chisel side knows how to get stuff done. I mean, it just bloop bloop covers it all up. Sound effects included. So, all right, I am finishing up my coloring here. I'm going to add a really fun accent to that merry-go-round at the end. So right now, I think I'm making the right choice by putting some glitter sparkle pen from Wink of Stella, but we're going to come back to it. I blame Jen from Scrapbina Creations for me getting these infinity dies. I saw them and I've been wanting new rectangle dies, but this one has the rounded corner, which if you have a rounder corner punch and you have rectangle dies, it's not necessary to get these infinity dies because there you go. You have what you need. I also am using purple tape and I put that on my hand to unstickify it, but I gotta tell you, I don't think I'm jumping on the purple tape bandwagon. It is ripping my paper, and especially when I'm going through the Gemini Junior, which I have now. Look, Gemini Junior like smashes things to bits. It works. That's not what I'm saying. It definitely works. But look what it's doing to my tape. I have to like tear off the tape. So maybe it's the machine and not the tape. However, it did sort of ruin a few of my projects even after I destickified it. So I don't know. I might just be picking up some painter's tape and saving myself a couple dollars. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm layering. I pulled out a scallop rectangle from my stash. I am now going to stamp my sentiment on top of the merry-go-round. The sentiments in the sets that Not Too Shabby have are beautiful, big, one-word sentiments. So this one is Dream, and I think it's just so pretty. And so the font is beautiful. The font is like no other font that I've seen. So it's very nice. And then it's almost whimsical, but like cursive. So it's really pretty. And I'm going to use some silver embossing powder to heat set this. And I'm going to get that nice glossy shine. But I want to do something else on the background. This is an alcohol background that I had laying around, dying to be used. So I took the heart stamp from the set, and I'm just going to very randomly just stamp out the heart. And I think that's going to add a little bit of an accent to the back panel. You could leave it blank. I think it's just as pretty. That alcohol panel really does speak for itself, and it matches beautifully with the color scheme. So same thing, silver embossing powder. And as you can see, I keep my embossing powder in these drawers now because it makes it so much easier. I thank Cards and Coffee Time for that. So thank you. I believe Tina suggested that. So I tried that out. I got that at like a home goods store. So that was a great find. And I'm going to heat set that with my WAGNER heat tool. I am also, you can see it embossing so well on this because it's not Yupo paper. It's poster board paper. And yeah, Yupo I feel like melts to bits. But this poster board, which works with alcohol inks, also works with embossing beautifully. So I'm going to place that down with some foam tape that I have, and I'm going to be very generous with the foam tape. And then I'm thinking, is this crooked? It's a tiny bit crooked. So I was like, let me fix it. NBD, no big deal. I'll just rip it off. And then I started to notice that my attempts were wreaking havoc on my design. So I was like, you know what? Just leave it. Move on with your life. No one's going to notice like a 5-degree angle. And if they do, are they going to be upset about it? Probably not. So I'm taking out some teal cardstock that I have here in my stash, and that's going to be my card base. And I got a lot of colored cardstock lately, so I'm trying to use it. It came in kits, so I'm trying to use it up because I don't really use colored cardstock all that much. So last two accent pieces I'm going to do is I'm going to put this silver stickles all around the outside of the merry-go-round. And silver stickles is amazing. Like stickles in general. It's so fun to add as an accent piece. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to take some Nuvo Dream Drops because how fitting, right? With the sentiment. And I'm going to put them all over my card on the back. This just adds another little piece of fun, really. And I randomly put one in the upper left-hand corner. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Sometimes you just got to go with it and not ask questions. And that is going to finish up the card. So thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully this inspired you. This is a more on the side of a clean and simple, very easy card to do, just focused on some coloring. And I will list what I used below. Don't forget to head over to Not Too Shabby. Check out the new release. It's so great. Like the images are so fun to color. And I will see you in the next video. Comment below, and don't forget to find me on other social media platforms so we can engage elsewhere. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.